So, Jimmy, here we are, sitting in the middle of New York after coming from Legends, watching Leeds get knocked out by Chelsea in a kind of like unsatisfying game at Wembley. Your initial thoughts?
Poor performance. It was a bonus game for Leeds. It's all about the Premiership. It's all about staying up. So it would have been nice to get to the final, but they probably would have been hammered by Man City. So nobody remembers who goes to the semi-finals. So it's just it is what it is. It was a day out for the fans. That's it.
What I have to tell these kids, Jimmy, and I have to include you in that category, is that Chelsea, even though it's a bullshit competition, are the world champions. Chelsea have beaten PSG
That's true.
handily. And even though they've been crap and we got the number of the measure of them this season, the first game they just weren't expecting us to come out at them, and we had just found our rhythm, we had found our formation, and we hit them. Second game, they just messed it up. They had a terrible manager, the players didn't respect the manager, and even though they didn't go for a new manager, they got a little bit of that new manager bounce, and we're playing.
Yeah.
And you can also see their quality versus our quality.
Yeah. Psychologically, I think Leeds kind of the script was flipped a bit because they were expecting to be the underdogs, and then all of a sudden, Leeds are kind of are the favourites. Chelsea have lost 5 in a row. They were never going to lose 6 in a row. So, yeah, they had 2 chances. They didn't take them. Chelsea had, I think, 1 decent chance. They took it. So they deserve to win it. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes.
We were talking earlier on as though Leeds expected goals, if you count that as a stat. They had 10 shots on target, Chelsea had 7. We had our chances. Okafor, I think, while we love him for what he does for the team, he's a little bit selfish. He had Calvert-Lewin on his left twice, didn't give the ball to him. Aronson could have put one away. Stacky had a great effort in goal. So I think we had a very flat first half, and I don't think we can be disappointed with the second half. And Chelsea also play like dicks. They're fine doing the dark arts. Anytime they get hit, they go down. They broke the momentum. They broke up the play. It's horrible to watch, but they win.
It is what it is, yeah. I'd say we would take getting 3 points off them, 4 points off them in the league than winning this game. Really, at the end of the season, we'd rather have those 4 points. So it is what it is. It's that's it. Move on.
4 points are crucial. We're still at a very vulnerable stage in the league. We've got 40 points. Any other time that would make us safe. We play Burnley at home on Friday. It's a must-win game, so we're not hemorrhaging and getting nervous towards the end of the season. I think that will keep us safe. Maybe not mathematically, but close.
Yeah. I think this game on Friday is a bigger game than that game. In the whole scheme of things, we have to win this game. It's an absolute must-win. 3 points or forget about it. And Burnley are going to come out looking for a win here. They have nothing to lose, so they're going to just go for it, I would imagine. So, yeah, it's a big game. It's a big game. I don't think this was a great performance to be going into that kind of a game. If we had lost by playing really well, but we didn't, that's the whole point. So Fark has to turn the team around and get them positive and get them winning again. So,
yeah, I think that's his forte. You do not. You are still a little bit of, on the anti-Farka thing, but we're not going to cover that right now. What we are going to cover is what players do you want out for next season and who do you want to keep?
Well, I think Aronson is he's just not up to speed for the Premiership, so I think he could be moved on. I think the MLS is probably his standard. Nanto, I think there's people looking for him. He might be maybe able to cash in on him. Calvert-Lewin, as much as he's a great player, he had a great season. I think he could improve on him. So there's a lot of players that are probably borderline, to keep. I think they need a good midfielder, creative midfielder, a striker, and maybe a goalkeeper, as you were saying.
Yeah, and I think we still want to know is where is our Roy Keane? I think Amadou's been great, but I think you still want one of those players that can just boss the hell out of the centre of the park.
Where's Billy Bremner or Johnny Giles? I mean, let's get real. That's the standard we're looking at, you know what I mean? And they don't really have that steel in the middle of the park that you absolutely have to have. Every team has one. So every winning team has them. I think that's actually where Arsenal are failing. They don't have a leader on the field. So anyway.
So I'm going to say of the ones that kind of like get on the pitch, I mean, definitely Puro is gone. I think of the players that we really like, I think Tanaka is gone, Aronson is gone, and I think Nanto is gone. I think they're going to cash in.
Yeah.
We need to spend 100 million again to be competitive next season. A lot of punters and legends are saying, I think the squad is fine. The squad is not fine. You need an upgrade, 4 or 5 new upgrades every year, and we definitely need a number 10, another striker, another midfielder, and a goalkeeper. I'll be happy with those 4.
Yeah, they need proven Premiership experience as well. You can't be bringing in somebody and hope for the best. At this stage, we got to get got to get Premiership players in. They're a good Leeds are like a very good Championship side. That's what they are. That's what their standard was. So everything is a bonus really when you think about it. And back in January, February, or sorry, March, whatever it was, a couple of months ago, you weren't thinking Leeds were going to stay up. Never mind be in this position. So it's positive. It's all good, but bring in more players. They have to bring in quality players.
Yeah, today was a prime example of a top 6 team versus a bottom 6 team, but we want to be a bottom 12 team.
Yeah.
That means we're a top 12 team.
Yeah.
So we have to start trying to improve a lot to get up a couple of stages in the league, a couple of places, but we need to survive. So anyway, this Friday coming is a win, will be a huge step towards that. So we'll see you Friday. Yeah. MOT, folks.
MOT. See you later. Yeah.